This video is on the HiFi Rose RA180 reference class integrated amp. If you haven't seen our complete HiFi Rose brand overview, click the link in the description to learn more about their design philosophy, user experience, and why our team at Audio Advice was blown away when we were first introduced to their products. But for this review, we're going to focus on the RA180 hardware and explain the tech packed inside it. And remember, one of the best ways to support us in creating videos like this is to purchase your audio and video gear from audioadvice.com, where we offer a price guarantee, free shipping, and lifetime expert support. Now, let's get started. The HiFi Rose RA180 is a reference-grade integrated amplifier with 400 watts of Class AD amplification per channel. It will pair nicely with any of the HiFi Rose DAC network media players in their lineup, or any brand of source components for that matter. Now, it has a high-purity aluminum silver finish similar to the HiFi Rose's other top-of-the-line DAC streamers. The RA180's dimensions are proportional with the RS150 DAC network player, spanning almost 17 inches wide, a little over 13.5 inches across, and slightly under 4.5 inches tall, so they look fantastic when paired together. The RA180's chassis weighs slightly over 36.5 pounds, which is about 8 pounds heavier than the RS150, helping them minimize acoustic vibrations even further when stacked together. Now, the RA180's front panel doesn't look like any other integrated amp out today, and at Audio Advice we just love the analog style left and right speaker level meters. The industrial appearance reminds us of the cool, retro, all-silver Japanese receivers from the 1980s, or even something out of a steampunk novel from Jules Verne or H.G. Wells. It was a striking match to see this next to a very modern-looking piece such as the RS150 DAC streamer with its super wide touch capacitive display. We were blown away by the side-by-side aesthetic. Even though the contrast was starkly different, clearly these two pieces belong together. The RA180 uses a next-gen advanced Class D design developed in-house to take the acoustic performance of traditional Class D amps to a higher level. HiFi Rose calls this tech Class AD. Class D amps are considered much more efficient than traditional Class AB amps, but most have a pretty harsh and edgy sound. HiFi Rose's advanced Class AD design resolves these problems with new innovative materials. The RA180 applies a gallium nitride FET instead of a silicon FET to dramatically improve the switching dead time that normally plagues Class D amps. The result is a fast, highly accurate amplification stage with almost no dead time, enabling it to perform naturally, more like a Class AB amplifier. HiFi Rose also developed a special, stable power supply exclusively for the RA180 that responds to the power demands of the system, so the amp always sounds as clean and as natural as possible. You can certainly tell by the heft test the RA180 has a beefy supply in it, as it weighs almost 37 pounds. Now, on the rear panel, there is one balanced XLR input, 3 unbalanced RCA line inputs, plus 1 unbalanced RCA input for the built-in phono stage. There are traditional tone controls and a fascinating phono control section on the steampunk-looking front panel. Vinyl lovers who have older records in their collection will love the fact that the RA180 has 9 RIAA curves you can apply, which will make those old Decca, Columbia, and other labels sound more like the artists intended when they were recorded in the 50s and 60s. However, this one took us a while to figure out, as the labeling for it is a bit cryptic. Fortunately, HiFi Rose has now published a table that lines up the settings with the label names. While HiFi Rose says the unit's phono input can support both moving coil and moving magnet cartridges, it's really made for high output moving coils, as you can't adjust the loading for moving coils. It's preset at 47K, which is way too high for low output moving coils, but it's still very slick with all the RIAA curves. Now, another feature that is a bit funky is the ability to turn on the electronic crossovers, so you can use the 4 amp sections in the RA180 to essentially bi-amp a set of speakers. However, it's not as you might first think, as it's made to use with external super tweeters that go way beyond the range of human hearing. This was a popular rig in the 70s with a ribbon tweeter from Decca, but we haven't seen any in use in the US market, but apparently it's very popular in Asia. Our advice would be just put the RA180 in dual amp mode called BTL and bypass the crossovers, which take the 4 200 watt amps and turns them into 2 400 watt amps. There's also a switch called bypass power amp mode. This is the name for their home theater bypass, as it connects line input 3 directly to the power amp. Wrapping up the features is a subsonic filter, an output for a subwoofer, and 2 trigger connections. We wish they would have taken all the effort that they put into the Super Tweeter crossover and made that available as crossover settings for the subwoofer output and main speakers, but the output is just a mono full range output. However, at Audio Advice, one of our absolute favorite features in the user experience was remote controlling the geared volume rotary and source selector dials to physically turn them right from our seating position with the HiFi Rose app or on a tablet or with the Bluetooth remote control. It was just super cool. We tested the RA180 in our showroom with a pair of the Sonos Faber Olympica Nova 3s and the HiFi Rose reference class RS150 DAC streamer. Now this is a speaker that will certainly reveal any shortcomings of the system that's driving it, and we were excited to put the HiFi Rose's Class 80 tech to the test and see if it really sounded as good as Class 8B with the benefits of Class D efficiency. Now we went to one of our favorite tracks, Lay Me Down by Crosby & Nash, to see how well it performed presenting vocals in the mid-range, and right away you can tell the RA180 isn't trying to overdo anything with the sound that it's presenting. Now instead, it just leaves it alone with a rather transparent, smooth, and a natural feel to it. The harmonies in this song floated beautifully in the center of a big soundstage, and again, they felt very natural. Now next, we wanted to play something with a bit more excitement behind it, so we picked the classic You Shook Me All Night Long by AC/DC. Now this song was full and rich and had smooth natural vocals and a tight punchy bass. There was not a trace of digital edge as we were expecting to hear, but on the other hand, it doesn't seem to add any warmth either, just letting the sound flow unaltered. Now here at Audio Advice, we think the tech that HiFi Rose has put into their Class 80 amp is truly outstanding, and we love seeing companies push the limits of what's possible in this industry. Alright, that wraps up our take on the RA180. As a tech company made by audiophiles for audiophiles, HiFi Rose products are focused on making premium components with custom build qualities that go well beyond traditional methods. I hope this quick review has given you some insight into the cool integrated amp and why we're so impressed with HiFi Rose. To learn more about HiFi Rose network streamers, check out those individual reviews that we'll link below. And if you're thinking about updating your media room or your home audio setup, be sure to check us out at audioadvice.com, where you'll find more reviews just like this one, product comparisons, and you can browse our inspiration gallery and how-to videos. If you have any questions and you want more info, just be sure to give us a call, chat with us, or stop by one of our award-winning showrooms and we'd be happy to help you out. And if you do purchase from Audio Advice, you'll get support from our team of experts, free shipping, and a price guarantee. Now thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest home audio and home theater content, and we'll see you next time.